Good morning. Excuse me for being absolutely disgusting looking and sounding like a dying animal. I have a combination of a sinus infection and strep throat. But I was very compelled to make this video. The topic today is about parents that blame their kids for things their kids cannot control. I'll start with number one. For not being older. I hear all the time, you'll understand when you're older. When you're my age, you'll know. The problem is you're telling a child that they are not intelligent because they're not your age. So therefore you say that age equals intelligence. If that were the case, then someone born on December 31st is not as smart as someone born on January 1st. So age is not intelligence. Therefore, education is not also intelligence either. You know, many people are like, oh, well, you're still in high school. I went to college. Well, here's the thing. Bill Gates dropped out of high school. Is he not as smart as some slacker boy who went to college, yeah, sure, for 4 years, studied liberal arts, now works as a trash man? Is Bill Gates not as smart because he didn't go to college? And he didn't even finish high school? No. So education is not intelligence. So when you say to your child, you just don't get it because you're too young, you're basically setting your child up to feel inferior to those older. When that's not true. When you're 99 and you're senile and you don't even know your name, are you smarter than a 30-year-old who may be an astrophysicist? No. Was the guy that was a year older than Albert Einstein really smarter than him? No. So don't blame your kids for not being older. Another thing I hear a lot of people say is, why can't you be more like, I don't know, your sister? Or why can't you be more like little Johnny down the street? Or when I was a child, I never did this. You're blaming your child for not being someone else. Do you look at your dog and say, why can't you be a cat? No, because that's stupid. You wouldn't say that, because you can't do anything about it. So when you tell your child, why can't you be more like someone else, the answer is, they can't be more like someone else because they simply are not them. We're all different. You can take two people that are almost identical and they're still different. And it's wrong to want your child to be someone that they're not. You hear in today's society, oh, you're so fake, you're not putting up who you really are. Well, maybe it's because all of our parents keep saying, why can't you be more like this person? Stop being yourself. Start acting like someone else. Another thing that parents blame their children for not doing or being is they blame them for not having kids. Believe me, you'll understand when you have kids. Okay, well, what do you want me to do about it? Go knock up a girl now so I can say, hey, now I know. This girl just popped out a baby. I understand it all now. It doesn't work like that. Just because you have kids doesn't mean you're now a good person, you now understand. Just means that you had sexual intercourse and you procreated a baby. You may learn how to deal with children better, because now you have dealing with children, but you didn't become more intelligent or somehow superior to those that don't have children, if you understand what I'm saying. The last one that really bothers me is when parents blame their children for being born. You know, when a kid wants something. You know what, before I had kids, I never had to do this. Well, here, how about I shoot myself, then you won't have to do it again. Like, what do you expect a child to do? Excuse me. Like, what, I don't, the problem with all of these things, these statements, when you're older, you'll understand, why can't you be like this? When you have kids, you'll see. What is the response? Oh, okay, fine. I'll get older. Sure, hold on. Let me pop 40 years so that we're equal. Or, okay, fine. You want me to be like my sister? I'll just be my sister. I'll pretend to be her. Or, okay, when I have kids? Okay, hold on. Let me go screw a girl and have kids. There's no response. You know, if you're mad that you have to pick your child up from the nurse, if you're mad that your child made a mess, maybe you shouldn't have had kids. Those are kid things that kids do. Children will do things that children do. Simply like humans will do what humans do, and that's make mistakes. You can't be mad at a person for making mistakes. You know, if every time you made a mistake, I told you can't do that again, it would suck. So what, you get a speeding ticket and you're never allowed to drive again? You get fired from a job? Oh well, unemployed for life. No. So, when your child that loves to sing sings really loud, don't tell them they can't sing, just tell them, hey, can you go somewhere where you can sing as loud as you want, but you don't bother everybody? Or when your artist son makes a mess, don't tell him he can't paint again, just tell him, hey, you made a mess, clean it up. And, you know, I don't know, there's ways of facilitating creative behavior without blaming them for being children. It's not an excuse saying, oh, children will be children. It's not an excuse. It's a reminder that you were once a child. And sure, you may not have been doing the same things, but that's not your child's fault either. So, I don't know, it's just a lot to think about. And then it always comes back to the point where, you know, fine, your child makes a lot of messes. I'm sure there's a parent out there who lost their child that would love if there was a child in their house that made a mess. You know, when your kids come back from school with a C+, there's a parent that would love if they had a child to come back in that house that may have died, or they would love a D, they'd love an F. Doesn't make it right to have those grades, but just think. Don't blame your child for doing things. You know, they're children. Doesn't make it right, but just think about it. Send me good healing vibes, by the way. I need them.